Hey Slick Review fans, coming at you with another video. On this episode we're checking out some pretty cool accessories for your Apple devices from Toronata. So y'all, what we have to check out on this episode is a couple different accessories for your Apple products. We've got two Wallet folio cases for iPhones, so we'll check those out. We have a leather Apple Watch band, and then a leather AirTag holder. So we'll take a look at everything here. Let's start with the simplest one. So AirTag holder, there's a lot of these out there and they all have a very similar design to this, where it's a leather housing. On the front there's a snap, and then it opens up and you can slip your AirTag inside there, and then it's got this ring with an opening that you can attach it to a lot of stuff. I use one of these in my checked luggage, for example, every single time I fly now. Just on that one off chance that your bag gets misrouted or something, I think it can quickly at least narrow it down to like an airport or something like that if somebody's trying to find your bag. And I just like that reassurance. When I'm on the flight, right before I turn off my phone, I look and see, like, did my bag get on the plane? And a lot of times you can see it down to that level. So that's just one use that I use AirTags for, is just in my checked luggage. So this is just a nice little leather AirTag holder you can get from them. This runs at normally about 20 bucks. That's about right for genuine leather AirTag holders from what I've seen. And they've got a ton of different colors, so check out the website, but definitely a good one to check out. So next we'll take a look at the Apple Watch band that they sent over. They do have a ton of different options on their website, like different styles. They have just, you know, your regular watch bands, but then they've got like cuffs and double tour bands, all sorts of stuff like that. So if that's something you're into, definitely check their website. It's not just this. This is just the one they sent over. So this is just your, you know, regular kind of watch band. On first impression, the first thing I notice is that it does feel nice and padded, so it should be pretty comfortable on the wrist. I do like that. This one is kind of an embossed, you know, faux crocodile sort of look, just black with silver hardware, so it does look pretty nice. Let's grab my Apple Watch and get it put on here. So the hardware goes on just like you should, and let's throw this on here. So it's a little stiff trying to get it put on, not too bad. Okay, there we go. Got that on there and fits pretty nicely. Okay, so first thing I notice when trying it on here, it's a little stiff, but nothing that I'm worried about. I'm sure that'll break in very quickly. I have critiqued other watch bands in the past. If they come out of the box extraordinarily stiff, they tend to stay that way, and then it's just kind of a sign of a poor quality band. That's not the case here. And this one is comfortable right away. And I'm sure that over time that'll get even better as it kind of forms to your wrist. But right away on the wrist, feels really nice. And I always like a nice black leather band. I think it's just classy and timeless. So definitely a good one to go with if you are looking for a watch band. And then, like I said, they have tons of different styles on their website. I do like cuff bands myself. I've got one that I've had for years. So definitely check out their website if that's something you're looking for. But their watch bands, very nice quality. And now let's get to the phone cases. So they sent over two. This one is for the 14 Pro Max. This one's for the 15 Pro Max. But functionally they're identical. So the biggest thing that we get to check out here is two of the different colors. Again, like the rest of their products, they have a lot of different color options and textures and stuff like that. So check out their website. We'll look at the dark brown one first. This one is specifically for the 14 Pro Max, but again, there's really no difference. We look around. I do like this one's got kind of a rougher, natural feeling leather to it. The gray one is a little bit slicker, kind of more, you know, finished. I like this kind of rougher one. For me, it kind of helps with grip. That's just something I like personally. So one thing they did right is there is a magnet on the flap here to help keep it closed. If you start to load it up with cards and cash and all that kind of stuff, just helps keep everything nice and organized for you. There are speaker holes up top if you need a phone call. You're good to go. If we open up here, so we'll check out the inside first. One thing I do like is that this seems a little bit more finished and high quality than others I've seen before. It's hard to articulate exactly what it is, but just this material here just seems a little bit more substantial than others that I've seen. It just kind of looks better. And I don't know how else to tell you. I'll just give you a close-up. You can look at it for yourself, kind of. Maybe you can tell what I'm talking about. But then inside the flap, pretty typical arrangement for a case like this. We've got a larger space here for cash or tickets or whatever you want to put there, and then 4 spaces right here. One an ID holder with a thumb slider, and then 1, 2, 3 other card slots there for you. So these are great for like traveling or maybe a night out and you want to get rid of a bulky wallet and just take like 1 payment card, 1 ID, a little bit of cash, and your phone, and have it all together. That's what I really like these cases for. I've never been able to like move to one of these full time. If I take one of these out with me, it's typically like for a reason. That's just me personally. Let's check out a couple other things. So with the case here, I do like to test like how well it goes home, if you will, with these cases. So let's check this one out. So this one, it does need a little bit of help. There are some that like snap in and just go exactly where they're supposed to be. This one is not bad, but you do have to kind of move it exactly into place. Not a big deal, it's just something I like to check out. The case holder itself, pretty typical, like a TPU, some sort of construction here, plastic. And then on the back is the same kind of leather that is on the folio itself. Little company branding there, nothing too obnoxious. And all of the buttons and everything work just like they should. And then one thing we'll test here is just to make sure that MagSafe works. So I've got one of my MagSafe battery packs here, slap it on the back, and there we go. Good to go, no issues there, snapped right in where it's supposed to be, started charging. So MagSafe is good to go with these. And then just one thing to keep in mind with any case like this, it's not a positive or a negative, it's just a reality of a case like this. Once you start to put cards and cash and other stuff in here, you will notice that the front flap of the folio sits up typically about like that. Not a big deal, that's what the magnet is here for, but just know that if you move to one of these sort of cases full time, it gets a little bulky, especially if you have a larger phone like a Pro Max, and then you start to put other stuff in there, it gets a little heavy, gets a little bulky, but that's kind of the trade-off for having all of your stuff in one place. So that's the dark brown. Taking a look at the gray one, very similar, of course. Inside, same sort of setup, 1, 2, 3, and then your ID slot, cash, tickets, whatever. And then same kind of like microfiber suede, like the interior on these looks really nice. And it's the same deal on the inside of the phone holder, so it doesn't scratch up the back of your iPhone. I do like that. It's just an extra little touch that helps it feel a bit more finished. Same deal on this one, because again, these cases are essentially the same thing, just different colors, and this one happens to be the 15 Pro Max. So it does have the little button for the action button thing, good to go. And then if we look at the leather, again, this one is a little bit more smoother and a little bit more finished. It's just kind of a preference thing, what you like. I do like on the gray one, it's kind of marbled almost with this varying color and everything. I do like that. I think it adds a little bit of character and some depth to this product. So these are all, again, from Toronata. They are building out their Amazon site still as of this video. They do have their regular website. There's a link down there for you. They were kind enough to offer all of you 25% off if you go through that link and use that discount code at checkout. I don't know how long that will last, but that is available as of filming. And again, they are working on their Amazon storefront. So when that happens, sometime in the future me will come back and edit this video and drop that down there for you. But yeah, overall guys, these are very high quality leather products from Toronata. Right now, these are priced around $60. They do say that they're on sale from a little bit higher than that. I think 60 is probably about right, personally. That seems to be in line with most of the market, but these are genuine leather products and they seem very well made. All of the stitching and all of the details, I can't find any defects or anything on them. So these are a very good alternative to other brands you may have heard of before. So that's what we've got to check out from Toronata. Definitely, if you're in the market for one of those folio cases, check those out. But don't forget about the AirTag holders. If you need one of these things, again, check baggage for me is a real no-brainer for these. And then tons of Apple Watch bands. They sent over this one, but they have a ton of different colors and styles, so go check them out. But one thing I'd really like to hear is those of you who use these folio combo cases full time, leave a comment down below. I'd like to hear from y'all, like, how do you like these things? Because like I said, I only use them for like a day or two for a very specific like trip or something, and then I usually go to like a UAG mod arc or something like that. That's just me personally. But those of you who use these full time, sound off in the comments. I'd like to hear like how you like these and what kind of features you like. You know, especially this magnetic closure I think is a big one. But I'd like to hear from you all what you think of these especially. But if y'all have any other comments or questions, please leave them down below. I'd like to hear from everybody. And if you'd like to get in touch, all my social media links are down in the description as well. And last, before we go, if you enjoy straightforward, to the point content like this where we find great deals online from well-known and upcoming brands, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy and free ways to help support the channel. That's all I've got for you this time. I'm Zach. This is Slick Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. This review was completed following several weeks for the product sample provided by the manufacturer. No compensation was provided, and the manufacturer was not allowed editorial input, copy approval, or an early preview. To see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel.